I go to FAMU. Of course, I'm always repping that orange and green.
Man, I go to FAMU. Of course I got talent.
I go to FAMU. Of course I'm always in the library.
I go to FAMU. Of course I'm climbing the highest of the 7 hills to get to class.
I go to FAMU. Of course, I'm an educated young black man.
I go to FAMU. Of course, I'm an SBI.
We go to FAMU. Of course, we have 4.0 GPAs.
I go to FAMU. Of course, I don't skip class. Sometimes.
I go to FAMU. Of course I started a modeling organization.
We go to FAMU. We go to FAMU. We go to FAMU. Of course, this video took 1,000 tries.
Go to FAMU. Of course, we're gonna put that on.
We go to FAMU. Of course we put everything on Larry, and that's on Larry.
I go to FAMU. Of course I'm about to get Chick-fil-A.
I go to FAMU. Of course I got 10K due next week.
I work at FAMU, of course I would dress up.